Foundation have what we call 100% alignment. We center women and girls of color, and we sit at the intersection of race and gender. And we do that from not just our grant making, but also in our investment strategy. So when I got to the Ms. Foundation, I had seen a state agency, the Treasury for the state of Connecticut, have this conversation. And so I was like, why aren't we asking those questions? Do we have anything specific that is identifiable and related to our mission of building women's collective power? And 95% of our dollars, the greatest bulk of dollars we were moving, was in our endowment. The rest of the dollars were grants out the door, and they were much smaller, but we had $40 million sitting out there that we wanted to make sure that we could impact and influence philanthropy, finance, investment. For us, it was about how do we start a learning journey? What do we get comfortable with? And if we don't do it, who will? And philanthropy has a role and a responsibility to be aligned with the work it believes it's going to do. So we have 100% alignment. And that 100% alignment means that 100% of our endowment is invested in impact strategy of some sort related to our mission. When I hear, we'll meet you where you're at, it means we are coming to you. You do not have to continue to come to us. And I think that is what I find very refreshing, is we are getting, push out information to us, right? It's getting kicked back to us, and lots of learning along the way. What was nice for us about working with Align was actually that they said, because we're going to leverage our relationships and our other clients, we're going to be able to help you get your foot in the door at smaller amounts of money than you would otherwise have to do. And so, putting a smaller amount of dollars on the table allowed for our financial investment firm to say to them, you need to work with Align so that we can have this private sleeve that allows us to take risks and allows us to have the greatest level of impact. So our relationship with Align is actually predicated on what I would say is a feminist theory approach, right? It is about deep and trusting relationship, and it is about transparency. So for us, it's about them being the utmost professionals and holding their diligence in a high regard, understanding the questions we are going to ask and the impact that we want to make in the world. And that's been really nice for us to know that when they are coming back to report to myself and my colleagues and our board, that they are coming with, this is the additional impact you're having. And we get to keep asking them questions. How many managers of color do they have? How many managers that are women do they have? What kind of communities are they investing in? What does that ultimately need to look like? And these are not gotcha questions. And in fact, Jen and the Align team, when they come to the board, they're upfront about where there might be gaps in a process and how they're looking to extend out what that needs to look like. And that's been really helpful because it makes an assumption that we are on this journey together and that we can keep staying in relationship and in conversation as we move these pieces forward.